Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm playing some more Total War Warhammer. We're taking a look at a replay of an online battle, of course, between myself and GodofGobboz, who is a great player and a good guy all around, so definitely was happy when I saw him pop up on the quick battle. I was looking forward to playing him quite a bit, so we'll get straight into the army compositions here. My forces are led by a General of the Empire up on a Griffin. He's got a potion of toughness, as is standard, as well as Foe Seeker for the Vigor buff. We've got main line here of 2 Flagellants and 3 Swordsmen, one of them being the Unbreakable Sigmar's Sons. They're going to move forward here to the edge of the firing arc of 4 Free Company Militia, which are definitely a good pick against the Greenskins in my opinion. They generally lack armor for the most part. They do have Black Orcs and a few others that have heavy armor, but for the most part low armor, so the Free Company Militia, with their decent melee stats and, high model count, they can dish out a lot of damage to low armor targets, so definitely like them. We've got 1 Light Wizard for support here in the center, 2 Spearmen on each flank, as well as 2 Reiksguard on each flank, one of them being the Zintler's Reiksguard Regiment of Renown. These guys are awesome looking, one of my other favorite units in the game. Definitely love beautiful heavy shock cavalry like this. Some of the best the Empire can offer, supposedly. They are very good with 43 melee attack, 38 defense, 40 weapon strength. Definitely a great unit all around. Now we'll take a look at GodofGobboz's army here. He's led by Grimgor Ironhide, as well as Goblin Big Boss here, and looks like a Goblin Shaman with Sneaky Stealin'. What else has he got here? Let's take a look. Gork'll Fix It and Itchy Nuisance. Great pick. Definitely the 2 spells I bring with that lore. Gork'll Fix It is good at slowing down heavy cav and supporting cavalry fights, and Itchy Nuisance is just one of the better debuffs in the game, in my opinion, for how cheap it is. Let's see. He's got 1 Black Orc here in the center with, looks like 1 Orc Biggin on each flank of it, as well as Savage Orc on each flank, backed up by a Savage Orc Biggin. Looks like 2 Squigs for some extra armor piercing in the center. And out on the wings here, he's got a Orc Boar Boy Biggin, as well as a Forest Goblin Spider Rider, and the Mirror on this flank as well. So we're going to kick things off here. I believe I've got everything. May have missed a unit here or there, but yeah, let's kick things off. So I'm gonna get my knights moving up on the flank and immediately engage his mobile units and head up. Reiksguard will win against Boar Boy Biggins, despite their anti-large bonus and armor piercing. Only 46 charge bonus and 20 attack and 18 defense is nothing to write home about. So the Reiksguard will win with their superior stats on the charge, though they do take quite a bit of damage in the process. You can see those spiders just got absolutely shreked. We're going to be doing the same thing here on this flank. At least I was going to. But then I decided, you know what, these Savage Orcs are a juicy target. We're going to get these such a mouthful. Boar Boy Biggins. And, try and take him down with those other guys. Here in the center we've got a nice net. Allowing my guys to kind of countercharge a little bit and getting these Squigs nice and isolated who charged in kind of prematurely, maybe. But yeah, the nets was just able to keep the infantry support away, so the Squigs, being isolated, they're not that great. If you soak them in, they can definitely work out. So the Black Orcs are going to get in here on the center, start chopping up these Sigmar's Sons, and they definitely will be able to chop through them, no doubt. The Sigmar's Sons are not armor piercing. They are unbreakable, so they will hold till the end, but there's no way they'll win that fight. You can see the Flagellants are also in pretty rough shape here. They're mostly just meant to die in such a way that they create holes for the Free Company Militia to shoot through. You can see here they're shooting through. They're able to kind of clip the wings, and when the Flagellants fall in the center, they can start to shoot in here. Just gooning around with my Reiksguard here on the wings, trying to clean up what units I can. This Savage Orc Biggin took a ton of damage, but is also dishing some good damage in return. I'm trying to pull away here. This Reiksguard is going to get mostly tied up, but this one's able to pull away somewhat. And you can see here, just trying to screen off and allow these Free Company Militia to open fire. Their backs are against the wall, quite literally, and just continuing to fire away into these lower armor targets. Over here, Itchy Nuisance on this flank, but as the unit it was cast on runs away, it is going to pull off of this unit here. These spearmen should normally lose this fight, but because the savage orcs are fairly weakened and continuously taking fire here, it's going to be bad for them. You can see these black orcs here kind of coming in a nice bus here in the center, but I am going to drop a net of Ammon talk and talk about whites of their eyes here, huh? Is that close enough for you to get a nice hit? You can see, despite lacking armor piercing, on the tooltip, all units do have some armor piercing, and given enough time, they'll do some damage, even to a heavily armored unit like black orcs. But you can see not a ton of damage there, but I was able to whittle them down somewhat and interrupt their charge, which is very important. You can see they're now going to get in here and start chopping away at these Free Company militia. They just don't have the attack speed to really mow through a unit of this density when they're this weakened. So you can see these orc biggins taking a ton of fire here as well. Reiksguard here in the back just continuing to clean up some savage orc biggins. And these Reiksguard on this flank were fairly well defeated by the anti-large of the savage orc biggins and the regular biggins. But now they're being tied up by spears, and even though they would normally win this fight, because the spear units are still quite healthy and have a lot more unit models, they're able to do quite a bit of damage here. So pretty good for me. You can see the black orcs are continuing to try and whittle through these Free Company militia, and though they would beat them if given enough time, even weakened as they are, they're just not able to chop through them fast enough. So you can see a nice rear charge coming in with the Reiksguard, just doing a ton of damage to those black orcs, trying to finish them off. And you can see the balance of power starting to tip a bit in my favor here. The orcs are in a rough spot. Boris has been gooning around. I haven't really been paying much attention to him, but he was able to just goon around and spread a lot of terror and rout off a lot of units and allow these otherwise inferior Empire infantry to rack up some good kills. So more of these Zintler's Reiksguard charging down in the center, getting a great charge, trying to shut down these Rusty Arrows, who have been getting some great work done all game. Definitely well played by GodofGobboz there. And you can see these Forest Goblin Spider Riders now being brought back into the fight, these ones as well, but it's a bit too late for them to really make an impact here. Grimgor's made it to the rear lines and is trying to chop through some of these Free Company, but just a general is back here trying to do some damage, and yeah, fun fight. Grimgor definitely would beat this general if given a one-on-one situation, but with the general having support around and having the mobility advantage and be able to pull away like this, it's definitely going to work out in his favor. So just trying to mop up what's left of the Greenskin forces at this point. You can see these Forest Goblin Spider Riders getting tied up in some spears, not really where they want to be. But yeah, at this point there's not really a lot of options left. These Spider Riders here getting in on these Reiksguard, doing some good damage. Otherwise, most of the Greenskin forces are routed off. Only Grimgor really is just continuing to chop through these dang Free Company, who, despite having lost quite a few men, are still here fighting, probably mostly for coin. But the general's going to come in, get some nice damage done, and put an end mostly to Grimgor shenanigans as he shatters, and that will be that. Well played to GodofGobboz. It was a fun match. Always love playing the Empire against the Greenskins on either direction. I'm definitely getting better with the Empire, but I absolutely love Reiksguard against the Greenskins. They're just great shock cavalry in general, even against other cavalry, as you can see. Or boy biggins, who are fairly good against most heavy shock cavalry. In a straight up one-on-one, the Reiksguard will win. They'll take quite a bit of damage, but you guys saw that. Definitely some good work done. 121, 107, good stuff. My infantry didn't do a lot, mostly just died, but they allowed the Free Company to get some good work done, and the general as well. Grimgor racking up 49 kills, 101, 90, 101, 90. So yeah, definitely Orc infantry will mess up pretty much all Empire infantry, so you've really got to win in this phase, on the cavalry phase and with the lords, and in the special teams, if you will. For those of you who know American football, you'll know what I mean. Because the main line fight is going to go to the Greenskins. 99 on these Black Orcs, 52 and a Chevron. Those guys probably got a lot of cavalry kills on the Reiksguard. Yeah, the two Boar Boy Biggins mostly shut down. Same with the Spider Riders, and the Squigs didn't do a whole lot. The Rusty Arrows were able to get 37 kills and did some good work helping these other units, with sundering armor and just helping them tear through, some of the Empire units here. So definitely a good game. Really enjoyed it. Well played to GodofGobboz. And thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe. Hit that like button if you feel so inclined. And I will see you next time.